Hello and welcome to the Art Hitman. I'm Perry McCants and today I'm going to show you how to draw tails.
Alright, so let's begin and start by going to the top of the page, and we're going to come down about an inch. Have a line that goes straight across the top, and then another line at the bottom. And we're going to divide the page in half, of course, and this is so we know where we want tails on the page. We're going to be working from left to right.
And please help me get 50 likes and 10 comments on these how to draw videos.
And you're going to start with the oval shape like this. The oval shape is going to take up a great portion of the lines that we have here top to bottom. And the reason being because this is Tail's tail, or both of his tails. When he's actually flying, he kind of makes a propeller when he's flying, so this is a large portion of it here. Now once you completed this, you can go ahead and mark it in half this way. So put a line this way, and we're going to just draw another smaller circle that's right at the edge like this. Once you've done these two ovals and divided in half in this way, I'm going to come right on in and have a line that comes over to the center line. And then if you notice that at the top and at the bottom, we're going to do the bottom part, and it's going to come in just like this. You're going to put a line that curves in. And it's almost like a funnel, so it comes in very thin to a point where it's like a small space in between here. Now once you've gotten that, we're going to go ahead and put his body in. And his body is going to be an oval shape. And we're going to have a line that swoops up here, and it's going to be the portion of where his head's going to be. Now his head is going to come up to about as high where his top of his tail is. So I'm going to put a circle in right about here. Now this line connects and it's going to be his neck. So the next shape is going to be, of course, his arms. His arms are reaching back. So we'll put an arc here and swing this around like this and get this portion of it, his body, completed. And then put a circle for his arm. Now his arms are going to come straight back, just like this. Do the same thing for the top part of his arm. And you're going to put a line here for where his gloves are going to be. Now I usually call this a oval, or it looks like a donut shape here. So if you notice, I have a line here in the center, and this right here, it kind of creates a donut look. And then you're going to make the other part of his glove here. Now for his fist is going to come up and around, and it's in the shape of a square. So you just want to have an arc that comes around like this, comes down, and then his thumb is going to come out of the bottom of the glove and then over. And he has his index finger that extends out a little bit here, so you can put like a tiny little line here and then over and close it. Now once you have this arm here, you're going to put his other arm, which is behind him as well, right there. Have that come all the way over, and repeat the same shape for his gloves over here, because you want to draw the other side of tails as he's flying, so you see both sides. Then do the same thing, have his other fist just like this, and close it off. If you notice, I stopped it, and don't make it directly where this line is. Move it back a little bit, and then have this line come down like this. Close it. Now for his head, we're going to move back over. We're going to divide his head in half, of course. And then for the bottom portion of it is going to be where his mouth and his nose is going to be. So you're going to put an oval shape here. Now oval shape is going to have a front that comes out like this. It's going to be for where his nose is. And it's going to come back just like this. So once again, you got an oval here, and then you have half of an oval here that comes out of the edge of his head and swings back. And then for his nose, you want to put a simple line that comes out and goes back like this. And you're gonna just close it off by doing this. His mouth is pretty much an arc that comes forward like this, and then it's gonna come down on an angle. Now, you're gonna come back in and have this line curve in, come up and around. And he has a back portion of his face that has fur on it, so we're gonna put an arc here. And we're gonna put an arc here. Here. And then another one's gonna go over his shoulder here. Just like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this arc in, close it. The other one is here. Third one is here. And the last one is here. Now, for his chest, he actually has a little bit of hair that comes up like there. So you're gonna go ahead and put 1, 2, and then 3. Then from this third one, you're gonna bring a line that comes down over his stomach like this. And it's gonna swing around like this. Now for his eyes, we're gonna come up a little bit, about here, and make an oval shape just like this, up, and have it come back down. Then you want to put his iris in, so you want to put an iris here. This is the color of his eye is going to be, and then the black part of his iris is right here. And then you're going to put a highlight right here, just like that. Now there's a line that comes out for the front of his head. We're gonna bring his head up and around and back down like this. Right behind his head and into his shoulder. Now, from this point, we're gonna put his ear in. So you see where I have this line drawn here and where his eye is? You have a line that breaks this and come around, and where I had this line at the very beginning, where his tail is, this is where his ear is going to be. It's going to come up to where that line is, and then it's going to come down to where I have the center line here, and you're going to bring another line out of that over, and then bring that down just past the center line. Okay. Now we're going to go back in and finish the inner ear. So we just want to repeat the inner shape. Put a line right there. Bring it down to where this line is, where I already have that drawn, and then put an arc here. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this line in the center of his ear. And just simply put an arc just like this and bring it to the edge. There's a curve there. Now, for the front of Tail's head, he has 3 strands that we're going to draw. The first strand is equal to the height of his ears, so we're going to come up and over, just like this, and make it real thin at the bottom. The second one comes past it a little bit, comes over a little bit more, and if you want, you can create an arc here that goes just down to about here. So you have the second one that comes in, and you stop at that line that's drawn, and come back. Third line that comes forward like this, and then comes over like this. And remember, there's no pressure to get it perfect. Just sketch it in and get the overall idea of the picture out. That's what helps the drawing look natural and doesn't frustrate you too much. Now for his legs, we're going to go ahead and have a line that comes down like this, and then stop, and like this. This line that comes up, we're going to bring this over, and of course he has another leg, which is his left leg. We're going to bring that down and put it right here. Now, the first leg that's closest to you, which is right leg, we're going to close that off by putting a line there. we're gonna create his socks. So with his socks, we usually draw a oval shape, and it creates that donut, that same that we talked about his glove up here. We're gonna do the same thing for his socks on his feet. Then there's another part to it that comes out like this, and it goes down like that. Now his feet is actually going to be going back, so you want to take a line and come this way and go out down to the line that I have drawn at the bottom here, and then bring it a little closer just past that, so he has enough for his feet at the bottom. Come up to where the sock is, and bring that down a little bit more. Swing this in and then close it. Then of course for the bottom of a sneaker, you want to bring a line over, go down, close it off. And Tails sneakers like Sonic is pretty simple. It's just a line that divides it in half from the back to the front, and this line goes in the middle just like this. And of course he has another foot back here. You want to repeat the same process. You want to put the sock over here, and essentially the only thing we're doing is matching this sock. So you just repeat this shape that's in front of it and match that as much as possible. Of course, bringing the other sock out of the other side, and then another foot that's back here, and we're indicating that foot. So just bring out the same shape, move it up a little bit, so that you see that the other foot is behind this foot. Now I'm gonna go back and finish out his tail. So we're gonna go a little darker and bring his tail in so you can see it. Come here, and then the top portion of his tail, follow the line that's already drawn in there, and like that. And close this part off so we can see what's going on. Now, for his tail, it's going in a swirling motion, like a propeller, like I mentioned before. So you want to bring a line that comes from here, which is about the edge of this line here, and we're going to come and create an arc that goes back and repeat this shape. See this? An arc here, that's one number one. This is the first arc. Go back. Then you would create a longer arc, which is kind of here. Then go back. Come back one more time. And then the biggest one is the longest one is going to come around to the edge like this and hit the center line. And then go back. For the bottom, it's just simply one curve. It swoops around like this and then comes back up. A little bit darker, just a little bit more so we can see it here. Now, overall, if you're drawn with me up to this point, you're just completely drawn tails. And I'm going to, of course, clean this up and erase everything, all the other lines and all the extra sketch lines here, make it look real nice and neat. And at the end of it, the video, if you want, you can pause and take a look at it.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe by clicking this round button at the bottom. Also, click one of the two videos at the top. Please like this video, tell a friend, and share it on Facebook. Thank you.
The Art Hitman.